Hey, good morning. Here we are again, Bible study, Philippians, and we're continuing in Philippians. As we go through Sunday morning, we're going through on daily devotion. So verse 15 and following, check it out. Here's what the word says. Some indeed preach Christ from envy and rivalry, but others from goodwill. The latter do it out of love, knowing that I am put here for the defense of the gospel. The former proclaim Christ out of rivalry, not sincerely, but thinking to afflict me in my imprisonment. What then? Only that in every way, whether in pretense or in truth, Christ is proclaimed, and in that I rejoice. Here's what's really cool about the passage. Paul's writing from prison, and he goes and he says, look, there's people out there in the world, they're sharing Jesus out of rivalry, out of envy, out of like vainglory. They're out there preaching so they can be a show. What a crazy thing. Who's going to tell people about Jesus so they can make money or so they can be lifted up like a rock star? I used to think that was crazy, but now I think I could even name a few guys that do that. Terrible, right? So Paul says some of those people are out there. Others, though, they do it from love. And he says, I'm put here for the defense of the gospel. And even though I'm in prison for the gospel, he says there's people who are out there that they want to afflict me. I think about this and I just think, man, what a mature guy Paul must have been to be in prison and be suffering and just say, you know what? As long as Christ is proclaimed, I'm going to rejoice. So a couple things I want you to think about, for me to think about. Maybe first is, are there things in my life, Christian things, where I'm willing to take a stand and put my foot down and say, you know what, even if that guy suffers, I'm not going to give this up. Christian things like that. Are there things, maybe traditions or habits or whatever, where I am so intent on holding on to them, it doesn't even, if it impacts, I'm not even worried or thinking about the kingdom. Or do I have those things in my life? Second thing, what can we do in our life so that it makes it easier to rejoice that Christ is proclaimed? What can we do so that we could really say, just like Paul, you know what, no matter what anybody else says, I'm going to rejoice because the gospel is proclaimed.